Welcome to Diggin with Deej. Gonna do a quick garden tour. This is week number 5. And I'm also going to announce the winners of my last giveaway from last week's video. For those of you that may have missed it, somewhere in that video was a giveaway for the first 5 people to email me. And the deadline was today, Monday at noon. So, and I had 2 people send their mailing information. So this is a squash plant. It's got blossoms on it. But so far I'm only seeing female blossoms. I'm not really seeing male blossoms yet. So I don't know if I'm going to get squash or not. There's some peas. Some more peas that I planted. Oh, that's a weed. Those are peas. Are some poblano peppers. When they're green, they're called poblano. If you leave them on it till they turn black, they're a hotter pepper, and they're called anchos. This is my purple pepper. Look at it. With some romaine growing around it. There's my parsley. My thyme's going nuts. It's huge. This was a volunteer yellow, low-acid cherry tomato plant. And it went through the winter, died back, of course, with me being in Michigan. And it sprouted new ones. So that's pretty cool. And we've already got cherry tomato blossoms. And there's my basil. And I harvested my radishes, as you saw in my last video. And I replanted it with yellow, green, and purple beans. Green beans. And here's my potted onions. Still haven't harvested. I've been using it in my cooking, but carrots are doing good. These are called Parisian markets. Let's see if I can dig one out a little bit to show you. See? They're little bitty carrots. And I've harvested my first 20 pea pods already. We got more pea pods coming. It's still growing. Potatoes are about as full as I can make them. I might be able to add a little bit more dirt, maybe an inch more dirt to each of them, and then that'll be it. They just grow until the tops die off, and then they're ready to dump. These are my currant tomatoes. We finally got some seeds to sprout. They were stinkers, but something has gotten in there and has been chewing on them. So I don't know if they're going to survive or not. We'll see. This is something I keep forgetting to show you guys. This is the guardrail area that they dug up. And I figured I might as well use this space too. So I planted different kinds of squash seeds. And they're growing. I don't know if they're going to survive, but I figured it was worth a shot. But I discovered one peony survived out here. They're digging. I don't know if they dug it up and then brought the soil back and put it back down again. I have one of my great-great-grandmother's peonies left. Sorry for the road noise. We're right along the road. I got quite a few squashes planted along here. I don't know if that'll survive, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Yep, there's some more there. We got 8 to 10 of them here. I water them every day. This one looks like it's doing pretty good here. Nothing sprouted on that one. Nothing sprouted on that one. And this is the last one. Okay, I pulled up all the spinach. I didn't like how it turned out. It wasn't thick leaf spinach. So I'm going to have to try a different variety next year. So I planted the green, the yellow, and the purple snap beans. Planted them all along here in front of my rainbow color pepper plants, which have flowers on them. And I still have a few pea pods growing up here in the fence with some pea pods on them. Okay, I'll meet you over at the galvanized beds. Okay, this is my pepper bed. It's got peppers and carrots. Carrots in the front and peppers in the back, and it's every color in the rainbow. Lots of flowers. So I'm hoping for a good pepper harvest. Still got strawberries. These are everbearing, so they will produce all summer. Have strawberries for dessert many nights. Okay. Here's my tomato bed. Tomato and basil. I've got some zinnias and some marigolds planted for pollinators. These were started from seed, and they are doing great. Filling up. Trying to single stock them, but a couple of them got away from me. This blush tomato got away from me. But I'm hoping for a good tomato harvest. And I bought some more tomato plants to go with these other stakes. There's basil. This was a sucker off this tomato right here. And I put it in the windowsill in water, and it grew roots, and I planted it. So that's one way to get extra tomatoes out of your tomato plants. I had to steal one of these stakes, and you'll see why when we get to the 8x8 bed. Cucumbers have exploded. Look at this. They're getting ready to start climbing. And finally, my cucamelon dudes, look at them. If you look back at my last garden video, they were like this tall. In 1 week, they've grown that much. Amazing. These pole beans are still light yellow. I don't get it. They must not like the soil in this. But they're starting to vine. There's a vine coming up right there. There's another one coming up there. And my pole beans that I planted in the ground are doing pretty good. They're climbing up the fence. So I'll meet you at the 8x8 bed. Look at this thing. It's huge. My corn, now mind you, the dirt in there is probably 6 inches taller than the ground, but it's almost up to my chest. And these are my kidney beans, and they're getting blossoms on them, so they'll be getting beans. My zucchinis are huge. No flowers yet, but they're getting close. But these, my French horticulture shelling beans. These are like for Great Northern bean soup, you know, navy bean soup. Okay, the package says 18 to 20 inches tall, bush variety. They're growing better than my pole beans are, and they are climbers. Look at this. I had to steal one of my stakes from my one of the tomatoes, because one of the short tomatoes, because it doesn't really need it yet. Look at that. I got an 8-foot stakes here. These poles were 6-foot poles. They're a foot into the ground. So they're beyond 5 feet tall. They're almost as tall as me. Unbelievable. And there's a flower. It's going to turn into a bean. The pods will be white with ruby speckles. And the beans will look like that too. But amazing. I just emailed Heart Seed Company. They're out of Connecticut because this is a New England style bean. I've never had them grow this tall before. Sending him a picture saying, is this normal? They're like bionic. So I'm calling them my bionic beans. And the greens look real good on the onions. They don't look like they're getting bigger, but you know, they're in the dirt, so I can't really tell. The second crop of corn, the second batch, there's like 4 rows, 4-row block of second batch. It's about half as tall as the other one. So gardens, I'm impressed. Sunflowers. So that's it for my garden tour. I don't know if anybody subscribed to TOH on YouTube, but check out his channel. I feel so bad for him. He had a flooding rain and it washed his garden away. His garden turned into a river, a raging river, and washed his garden away. I feel so bad for him. So if you get a chance, check out his channel. Give him some support, some encouragement. He's a good guy. The winners of last week's giveaway of my new stickers and my sponsor sticker were Kay's Diggin, who was the very first one to send me an email entering the contest with her mailing address, and Paul of American Woodland Relics. So thank you very much, you two, for being longtime supporters of my channel. I appreciate your support, and I will be sending out those stickers to you this week. Thank you for watching the video all the way through and finding the contest and entering it. Tomorrow I will be releasing a announcement video in conjunction with some other YouTube channels. If you get a chance, if you could take a look at that video, it would help me so much. I appreciate your continued support, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. I won't believe what she's doing. The best play toy in the world. I just went and turned the hose on to water stuff. She's having a ball. I need a new hose sprayer. Watch it, Tanner. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to dry her off with a towel. She loves the sprinkler. And that's not even the sprinkler. That's just my hose thing. Now I've got to tear it away from her. If I can do it without getting soaking wet. She's having a blast. You remember the commercial where the dog is chasing the kid around the yard with the sprinkler hose? She used to do that to me when she was young.